beginning with the warnings on Flynn. We learned recently that President Obama himself had warned Mr. Trump about Flynn. We know that Sally Yates had warned the general counsel, had warned the White House about Flynn and potential blackmail opportunities from Russia. And now we're learning about this. Why, despite all of that, did Donald Trump hire him on?
Right. So President Obama warned against this. And as you said, now we're learning that Michael Flynn told Don McGahn in early January that he was under federal investigation for his work on behalf of Turkey throughout the campaign. And yet none of that was red flag enough to not be named as national security advisor. Sally Yates' warning, of course, comes after he already starts in that job and after the inauguration. But there were early warnings here, and those weren't the only people. There were people in the transition operation that was set up during the campaign that were saying to then candidate Trump, you know, I'm not sure Michael Flynn is the right guy for the White House. You may want to keep your distance from this guy. So the warnings were there. And guess what? Listen to what Comey says in his memo, that he says Trump was still saying after he fired him, we're now in the middle of February, long after these warnings, hey, you know, let this go. Mike Flynn's a good guy. He said publicly the day he was fired, the day he resigned, he talked about Flynn's character. Donald Trump has seen in Michael Flynn, in his entire relationship with him, a loyal soldier who was with him, who was on the campaign with him, stood up with him, always impressed by the general factor. And there was nothing, no matter how many red flags, that were swaying Donald Trump away from that opinion.